In a world filled with uncertainty, where unexpected events can throw our lives into chaos, many seek a guiding principle to navigate life's inevitable challenges. Among the most profound of these guiding principles is Amor Fati, a Latin phrase that translates to love of fate. This concept is not merely about accepting what happens to us, but actively embracing and loving every aspect of our existence, including the hardships and struggles. Amor Fati encourages us to adopt a mindset that sees every event, whether joyous or painful, as an integral part of our journey. It's about cultivating a deep-seated gratitude for life in all its complexity and understanding that each experience, no matter how difficult, contributes to our growth and development. In this chapter, we will explore the origins of Amor Fati, its philosophical foundations, practical applications, and the transformative power it holds when fully embraced. Amor Fati is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, a school of thought that emerged in ancient Greece and Rome. Stoicism was founded in Athens by Zeno of Citium in the early 3rd century BCE, and was later developed by philosophers such as Cleanthes, Chrysippus, Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. The Stoics believed that the universe operates according to a rational and natural order, which they called logos. They argued that humans, as part of this natural order, must align themselves with it to live a virtuous and fulfilling life. One of the central tenets of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control, the idea that some things are within our control, while others are not. According to the Stoics, we should focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and responses, and accept what we cannot control with equanimity. This acceptance of the uncontrollable aspects of life is where the concept of Amor Fati begins to take shape. The Stoics believe that everything that happens is determined by fate, and that it is our duty to accept this fate with grace. Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, famously said, "Do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish that what happens happen the way it happens. Then you will be happy." This statement encapsulates the essence of Amor Fati, a joyful acceptance of the world as it is. While the concept of Amor Fati has its roots in Stoicism, it was later revived and expanded upon by the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche in the 19th century. Nietzsche admired the Stoics for their emphasis on resilience and self-mastery, but he also saw Amor Fati as something more than just acceptance. For Nietzsche, Amor Fati was about affirming life in all its aspects, including the suffering, chaos, and irrationality that the Stoics tried to rationalize away. Nietzsche's philosophy centered on the idea of eternal recurrence, the notion that the universe and all its events have been recurring and will continue to recur in a similar form an infinite number of times. This idea poses a challenge. If you were to live your life over and over again for eternity, would you be able to embrace it fully, with all its pain and pleasure? Nietzsche believed that Amor Fati was the key to saying yes to life, regardless of its inherent suffering. In his work, Ecce Homo, Nietzsche wrote, "My formula for greatness in a human being is Amor Fati, that one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backward, not in all eternity, not merely bear what is necessary, still less conceal it. All idealism is mendacity in the face of what is necessary, but love it." Nietzsche's radical embrace of life in all its messiness is a powerful interpretation of Amor Fati that challenges us to not only accept but also celebrate the totality of our existence. The foundation of Amor Fati lies in acceptance. This is not passive resignation, but an active acknowledgement of reality as it is. Life is unpredictable, and despite our best efforts, we cannot control everything. Acceptance means recognizing this truth and allowing ourselves to let go of the futile attempt to dictate the course of events. In Stoicism, acceptance is closely linked to the concept of apatheia, a state of being undisturbed by external events. The Stoics taught that our peace of mind depends not on the external world, but on our internal state. By practicing acceptance, we develop an inner tranquility that is not shaken by the vicissitudes of life. Acceptance also involves letting go of our attachment to outcomes. Often we suffer because we cling to specific desires and expectations. When reality does not align with these expectations, we experience disappointment, frustration, and pain. Amor Fati invites us to release these attachments and embrace whatever life brings our way. In doing so, we free ourselves from the emotional turmoil that comes from resisting reality. While acceptance is crucial, Amor Fati goes beyond it by encouraging us to embrace challenges actively. Life is full of obstacles, some small, others monumental. Instead of viewing these obstacles as hindrances, Amor Fati teaches us to see them as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This quote reflects the Stoic attitude toward adversity. Every obstacle we face can become a path to greater strength, wisdom, and resilience. By embracing challenges, we cultivate a mindset that is resilient in the face of adversity. This resilience allows us to navigate life's difficulties with grace and poise. Rather than being overwhelmed by obstacles, we learn to welcome them as essential parts of our journey. This shift in perspective transforms how we experience hardship, making it a vital component of our personal development. At the heart of Amor Fati is the principle of gratitude. This is not just a superficial expression of thanks, but a deep, abiding appreciation for everything that life brings us, including the painful and difficult experiences. Gratitude, in the context of Amor Fati, is about recognizing that every moment, every event, and every experience is a gift that contributes to our growth. Gratitude is a powerful tool for transforming our mindset. When we are grateful, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. This shift in perspective can profoundly impact our emotional well-being. It allows us to find joy in the present moment and to appreciate life in all its richness. Practicing gratitude as part of Amor Fati means being thankful not only for the obvious blessings in our lives, but also for the challenges and setbacks. It requires us to trust that every experience, no matter how difficult, has something valuable to teach us. By embracing this attitude of gratitude, we open ourselves up to a deeper understanding of life and our place within it. Understanding the concept of Amor Fati is just the beginning. To truly benefit from this philosophy, we must integrate it into our daily lives. This section provides practical steps and exercises to help you cultivate Amor Fati in your own life. The first step in applying Amor Fati is to reframe your mindset. This involves changing the way you perceive and interpret the events in your life. Instead of seeing challenges as negative, try to view them as opportunities for growth and learning. One way to reframe your mindset is to practice cognitive reframing. This technique, used in cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, involves identifying negative thoughts and replacing them with more positive, constructive ones. For example, if you find yourself thinking, "This situation is terrible," try reframing it as, "This situation is challenging, but it's an opportunity for me to develop new skills and resilience." Another powerful reframing tool is the use of mantras or affirmations. These are short, positive statements that you repeat to yourself to reinforce a particular mindset. For Amor Fati, a suitable mantra might be, "I embrace everything that happens with love and gratitude," or "What happens is what I need." Mindfulness is a practice that involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It is a key component of Amor Fati because it helps us accept reality as it is, without getting caught up in regrets about the past or worries about the future. By practicing mindfulness, we can observe our thoughts and emotions as they arise, without being swept away by them. This awareness allows us to respond to life's challenges with greater calm and clarity. It also helps us develop a deeper appreciation for the present moment, which is the only moment we truly have. Body scan meditation. This involves paying attention to the different parts of your body, starting from your toes and moving up to your head. Notice any sensations, tensions, or areas of relaxation. This practice can help you become more aware of your physical and emotional states. Amor Fati teaches us to embrace discomfort as a natural part of life. This doesn't mean seeking out pain or hardship unnecessarily, but rather learning to face difficult situations with courage and resilience. One way to embrace discomfort is through the practice of voluntary discomfort. This is a Stoic exercise that involves intentionally placing yourself in uncomfortable situations to build mental and emotional resilience. For example, you might choose to take a cold shower, fast for a day, or go without your favorite comforts. These practices help you develop a tolerance for discomfort and remind you that you can endure more than you think. Another aspect of embracing discomfort is to approach challenging situations with curiosity rather than fear. Instead of avoiding discomfort, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Or how can this challenge help me grow? This shift in attitude can transform how you experience difficulty and make you more resilient in the face of adversity. Gratitude is a cornerstone of Amor Fati, and cultivating it requires consistent practice. One of the most effective ways to cultivate gratitude is by keeping a gratitude journal. This is a journal where you regularly write down things you are grateful for. To practice gratitude in the context of Amor Fati, try including in your journal not just the positive experiences, but also the challenging ones. Reflect on how these experiences have contributed to your growth or have taught you important lessons. Over time, this practice can help you develop a deep appreciation for all aspects of your life. Another way to cultivate gratitude is through expressing thanks to others. Make a habit of acknowledging and appreciating the people in your life who contribute to your well-being, even in small ways. This practice not only reinforces your own sense of gratitude, but also strengthens your relationships with others. Life is full of unforeseen challenges, and it is in these moments of adversity that Amor Fati reveals its true power. By embracing everything that happens, even the most painful and difficult experiences, we can find meaning, strength, and peace. Suffering is an inescapable part of the human condition. Whether it's the loss of a loved one, a serious illness, a broken relationship, or a career setback, we all experience pain at some point in our lives. However, suffering also presents an opportunity for transformation. Amor Fati encourages us to view suffering not as something to be avoided, but as something to be embraced and transformed. This perspective is echoed in the words of Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist who wrote in his book Man's Search for Meaning, "When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." Frankl's experience in the concentration camps taught him that even in the most horrific circumstances, we have the power to choose our attitude. By finding meaning in his suffering, he was able to transcend it and emerge with a deeper understanding of life. This is the essence of Amor Fati, using suffering as a catalyst for personal growth and self-discovery. Reflect on past suffering. Think about a time when you experienced significant pain or hardship. What did you learn from that experience? How did it change you? By reflecting on these questions, you can begin to see suffering as a teacher rather than an enemy. Find meaning in the present. When you're going through a difficult time, ask yourself, what is this experience teaching me? Or how can I use this pain to grow? By seeking out the lessons in your suffering, you can transform it into something meaningful. In a culture that often glorifies strength and invulnerability, Amor Fati offers a different perspective. True strength comes from embracing our vulnerabilities. Vulnerability is not a weakness. It is a fundamental aspect of our humanity. By accepting and even loving our imperfections, we can develop a deeper sense of self-compassion and resilience. The Stoics believed that vulnerability was a natural part of life. They understood that we are all subject to forces beyond our control: illness, loss, aging, and death. Rather than trying to avoid or deny these realities, they taught us to accept them with grace. Brené Brown, a contemporary researcher on vulnerability, has shown that embracing vulnerability is key to living a wholehearted life. In her book Daring Greatly, she writes, "Vulnerability is not winning or losing. It's having the courage to show up and be seen when we have no control over the outcome." This idea aligns perfectly with Amor Fati. By embracing our vulnerability, we open ourselves up to the full range of human experience. Practice self-compassion. When you encounter your own limitations or make mistakes, treat yourself with kindness rather than harsh judgment. Recognize that imperfection is part of being human and that it's okay to be vulnerable. Share your vulnerabilities. Open up to trusted friends or loved ones about your struggles and fears. Sharing your vulnerabilities can deepen your connections with others and help you feel less isolated in your experiences. Embrace uncertainty. Life is inherently uncertain, and this can be a source of anxiety. Instead of trying to control everything, learn to embrace uncertainty as an integral part of life. This acceptance can free you from the need to have all the answers and allow you to live more fully in the present. Amor Fati is not just a philosophy for coping with adversity, it is a powerful framework for personal growth and self-actualization. By embracing life in its entirety, we open ourselves to new possibilities, deeper understanding, and greater fulfillment. Change is the only constant in life, yet many people resist change because it brings uncertainty and discomfort. Amor Fati teaches us to embrace change as a natural part of life's flow. The Stoics understood the impermanence of all things. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Observe always that everything is the result of change, and get used to thinking that there is nothing nature loves so well as to change existing forms and to make new ones like them." By embracing change, we align ourselves with the natural order of the universe. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from challenges and setbacks. It is a crucial quality for anyone practicing Amor Fati. By embracing life's challenges, we build resilience and become more capable of handling whatever comes our way. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from challenges and setbacks. It is a crucial quality for anyone practicing Amor Fati. By embracing life's challenges, we build resilience and become more capable of handling whatever comes our way. Resilience is not just about surviving difficult times, it's about thriving in the face of adversity. The more we practice Amor Fati, the more resilient we become. We learn to see obstacles not as threats, but as opportunities to grow stronger. Develop a growth mindset. Embrace the belief that you can grow and improve through effort and learning. Instead of seeing challenges as insurmountable obstacles, view them as opportunities to develop new skills and insights. Cultivate positive relationships. Strong relationships with supportive people can provide a vital source of strength during difficult times. Surround yourself with people who encourage you and be willing to offer support in return. Practice self-care. Resilience is not just mental but also physical and emotional. Take care of your body through regular exercise, healthy eating, and adequate rest. Practice emotional self-care by acknowledging your feelings and seeking help when needed. One of the most profound benefits of Amor Fati is the development of inner peace. By accepting and embracing everything that happens, we free ourselves from the anxiety of wanting things to be different. This acceptance leads to a deep sense of contentment and peace. Inner peace does not mean that we will never experience negative emotions, but it does mean that we will no longer be dominated by them. Instead of being thrown off balance by life's challenges, we learn to remain centered and calm, even in the midst of chaos. Meditate regularly. Meditation is a powerful practice for cultivating inner peace. By sitting quietly and focusing on your breath or a mantra, you can calm your mind and connect with a deeper sense of tranquility. Practice detachment. Detachment is not about being indifferent or uncaring, but about letting go of our need to control outcomes. By practicing detachment, we can remain engaged in life while maintaining a sense of inner calm. Focus on the present moment. The present moment is the only time we can truly experience peace. By focusing on the here and now, we can let go of worries about the future and regrets about the past. Practice bringing your attention back to the present whenever you notice your mind wandering. Amor Fati is more than just a philosophical concept. It is a way of life. By learning to love and accept everything that happens, we can transform our relationship with the world and ourselves. This practice invites us to embrace life in all its complexity, to find joy in both the good and the bad, and to cultivate a deep and abiding gratitude for the journey. In a world that often emphasizes control and perfection, Amor Fati offers a refreshing alternative, a path of acceptance, resilience, and love. It challenges us to let go of our need to dictate the course of our lives and to instead trust in the unfolding of our destiny. By embracing Amor Fati, we open ourselves to the fullness of life and discover a profound sense of peace and purpose. Whether you're facing a difficult challenge, seeking personal growth, or simply looking for a deeper sense of meaning, Amor Fati can be a powerful guide. It is an invitation to live fully, to love deeply, and to embrace the journey, no matter where it leads. Embrace Stoicism, and you will discover a path to true success that has stood the test of time.